Hi guys, so today I'm just going to go over some quick rules on fractions. So for number one, the first rule, if you can't factor it out, you can't divide it out. I went over this in one of the videos for Module 9. So if you look at example 1, I tried to color coordinate the rules. Um, if you can't factor it out, you can't divide it out, meaning this is not a thing. Meaning if I can't factor x out of both of these terms, and terms are separated by plus and minus signs, I'm not going to divide anything out. So there's nothing you can do here. But for 1b, still following the rule for number one, in the numerator, if you look, again, terms are separated by plus and minus signs. Between these two terms, you have a GCF. The GCF is x. So if I factor x out, meaning I divide it out of each term, if I divide x out of x squared, I'm left with x. Plus, if I take 2x and divide x out, I'm left with 2. And I'm going to bring down the denominator. So from here, since it is factored out, you can divide it out. And the nice thing is that there's no plus or minus signs in the denominator, so there's nothing to factor out. You can just divide out. And that leaves you with x plus 2. For the second rule, you can split a numerator, but you can never split a denominator. So looking at 1a, I couldn't cross this out because if I can't factor it out, I can't divide it out. But what can I do with that same fraction? Well, you can split a numerator, meaning each term is separated by a plus or minus sign, so you can give each one its own denominator of x. So 1 over x plus x over x, which would just be 1 over x plus 1. And if you did the whole crisscross applesauce, it would bring you right back up to this line in case, you want to check your answer. There is an exception though. You can never split a denominator. So meaning, even though I split the numerator, I gave each one its own denominator of x, I can't do that the other way around. So I can't put x over 1 plus x over x. You can never split a denominator. And then for your final rule, which will be a bit longer, but you will see this in your practice test, you can never divide a fraction, meaning use the whole keep, change, flip process until the numerator and denominator are simplified first. So if you look at the numerator, you have to add these fractions first. So I'm going to take a sidebar and just take care of the numerator. So that gives me x over 2 plus 3 over 1. Using crisscross applesauce, only crisscross applesauce when adding and subtracting. I'm noticing you guys are doing that with multiplying too. Multiplying just goes straight across. So adding and subtracting crisscross applesauce, x times 1 is x, plus, because there's a plus in the middle, 3 times 2 is 6, over applesauce, so over 2. So that's the numerator. I want you to keep this in mind because I'm out of room. I got to flip the page here. I'm going to take the denominator as a sidebar as well, and just y over 3 plus 1/2. So y over 3 plus 1/2. So using crisscross applesauce, 2 times y is 2y plus, because there's a plus in the middle, 1 times 3 is 3, over 6. So my denominator is 2y plus 3 over 6. Going back, remember the numerator was x plus 6 over 2. So now that I have my numerator, x plus 6 over 2, I'm going to put it over my simplified denominator, which is 2y plus 3 over 6. All right, so now that the numerator and denominator are added together, now I can do the keep, change, flip. So I'm going to keep the first fraction or keep the numerator, keep it, change it to multiply, and flip the second fraction, which is 6 over 2y plus 3. So again, remember multiplying fractions, you go straight across. Top with the top, bottom with the bottom. You can cross reduce first if you choose to, or you can reduce it after. It's really up to you. I like to cross reduce first just because it makes the answer simpler. So 2 and 6, they can both be divided by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3, and then I'm just going to multiply, as stated, straight across. So I have 3 times x plus 6. That's an expression, so keep that in parentheses. Otherwise, distributing properly won't be happening. Over, multiply the denominators together. 1 times 2y plus 3 is 2y plus 3. So you can leave it like this, or you can distribute, giving you 3x plus 18 over 2y plus 3. And notice that there's no, while there is a GCF in the numerator, there's no GCF in the denominator. So if you can't factor it out, you can't divide it out. So either one of these could be your answer. All right, guys, hope this helps.